Shalom Aleichem. So I'm getting very excited because I'm really enjoying this. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. Sharing, like I told you, sharing wisdom is one of the greatest gifts that we can do. So I left you with a question, and I'm sure you thought about it for many hours, especially if you watched the previous video 3 seconds ago. We left with a question. Can I tell someone to love? Or obviously the opposite of hate. Stop, don't hate, love someone. And the truth is that the Torah actually commands us to love. First of all, we all know, Rabbi Akiva said, Klal Gadol b'Torah. What's the most important rule, which actually I mentioned in the beginning, is V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. Love your friend like yourself. Now wait a minute. Come on. I just don't like the guy. Some people, you know how it is. They have that personality. It's bubbly. You just want to be best friends with them. Some people, you just want to run away. So it's a tough question. But the truth is, let's take it a step further. Besides the fact that we got to love each other, which is something we're going to have to figure out how to do, it says in the Torah, Ve'ahavtas Hashem Elokecha. Besides loving each Jew, we have to love God. God says, listen, you got to love me with all your heart. With all your heart, your soul, your resources. You got to love me. So it's the same question. How do you do that? So I'm going to tell you a secret. It's not really a secret. It's actually based on the Rambam. Maimonides teaches us that it really begins in the brain, in the moach, and it has to end in the heart. Meaning to say, and these are the words of the Rambam, the Rambam says we were commanded to love God. So how do you do that? So the Rambam tells us, he was a very wise man, and he understood exactly how it works. Here are the mechanics. He says, we have to take notice. We have to focus. Look at all creation. Look at those incredible animals in the Bronx Zoo. Look at every human being and be fascinated and say, wait a minute, what is this all about? Where's it coming from? Well, it must be there's a creator. It just doesn't happen by just suddenly there's a beautiful butterfly that's evolved over many, many, many hundreds of years. We all know that deep inside. So the Rambam is telling us, start focusing. Now let's use that concept. Loving God is based on focus. You're looking at creation, at His commandments, at His Torah, and you're becoming more and more and more fascinated. And then the Rambam adds a very crucial idea. He says, V'nasigeyu. You will attain God, v'nene b'asagasai. And you will enjoy that attainment. You know what the Rambam is telling us? It's a tag team. You start with your mind, the brain, and you start focusing and analyzing and seeing what's going on. But then you have to bring it to your heart. The heart is the seat of emotion. It's the chair of emotion. It's where everything goes on. All feelings are in the heart. The Rambam says, start with the mind, bring it to your heart, make sure there's no transmission failure on the way. That's a great line. And the truth is, it's very deep. Because the heart needs to be prepared. The heart needs to be ready for that information that's being transferred from the brain to the heart. So besides focusing, we have to work on the heart. What does that mean, working on the heart? Well, there's an interesting concept. You know, in circumcision, when you circumcise a child, there's what's called orla. Orla means the foreskin. You got to get rid of the foreskin. There's actually foreskin in our heart, obviously a spiritual foreskin. And the Torah says God helps us remove and circumcise that orla. So now, this is how the tag team works. You start with the mind, you transfer it to your heart, make sure the heart is ready. Work on yourself, work on your feelings. Try to conquer when you really want to get angry and upset at someone. Say, you know what, I'm going to forgive that person because that's going to make my heart much more ready to receive the information. Now, based on that, here's what we have. You want to love someone? Look at the person. Start focusing. Focusing on one attribute that you think is great about this person. I tell people, you know, you can sometimes sit with someone and you don't like them and you're getting more and more bored with everything they tell you. Do you know what you do? Look in their eyes. Everyone has beautiful eyes. Look deep in their eyes. And as they're babbling, and as they're telling you the most boring information that you're really not interested in, start thinking to yourself, what is amazing about this person? You will find one thing that is really good about this person. They might be really creative in their babbling. They might be very, who knows, insightful. Maybe they're very kind. Maybe they don't get angry at people. And you will notice that you will start liking them more. the dislike will disappear. And I tell people, try it out. Not on me, but test it out. Test it out on someone. The next time you're sitting with someone, you will see that suddenly your heart will have much more appreciation and love for that person. That's a secret of love. Please use it, share it, and join me again. Thank you.